Hey guys, what's up? My name's Seb and welcome to the End of the Month podcast. It's super hot, it's July, and I'm all excited. But unfortunately, we don't have Blue Fox with us. He's busy at the moment, but don't worry because we've got a new guest along that's coming along in just a bit, and you're going to love them. But I'll introduce you to our main podcast members that have been with me for the past few months. We have, of course, Camazoid.
Yo, Mr. Unique, of course, as you all know me, still doing some gaming videos, barely doing them, and my drop schedule is a bit messy, because I'm messy as well, but I'm doing fine.
Camazoid, I haven't heard you for like a whole month. How's your channel doing, and are you working on anything spicy lately?
My channel's doing great, moving forward, I'll say, and I am actually working on something spicy. Anybody who's interested in Elden Ring, anybody who's
gonna get real nice spicy.
Please let me finish. Thank you, Lloyd. Anybody who's interested in Elden Ring, I'm actually going around the internet through Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, and asking people to suggest me like random builds, weapons, and choose any boss in the game so I can go and beat. And let me just say this, some of the suggestions are really from devils, not just people. And I'm currently working on it. So if I lose my sanity, please forgive me that I might not be in the podcast for the next few months. Sorry. But moving on.
His sanity levels have dropped. I love it. He should be mate, you should be playing games like Phasmophobia onto that list as well, mate. Right, okay. Right. Moving on to Alwood Productions.
Mm-hmm.
How's the life been in the past month? How's summer treating you as well?
Summer's been treating me well. My channel has hit a little bit of a snag since my editor left me.
A snag?
Yeah, a little bit of a snag.
A snag?
Yes, a snag. Well, okay, a little bit of a snag because my editor left me and I don't know how to edit videos. So, just trying to find a new one and hopefully try to get back on the train that was before. And yeah, I've a few videos are out right now. And yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. If you are interested,
Awesome.
DM me. I don't know. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, there you go. That's Alwood, and I'm going to introduce a new member of the podcast right now. This is Jay.
Hi, thanks. It's been lovely to be joining you guys.
Thank you. Yes, Jay is super awesome, and I'm super glad that Jay is able to join the podcast. We had one introduction chat before Jay joined the podcast, and he just blew my mind away. Anyway, would you mind telling stuff that you're currently working on?
Hi, yeah, okay. Just a small thing is obviously I use they, them pronouns. I'll do that early, just to be difficult and interesting. But also I work on a channel called Amadeus. I've been on it for a number of years, on and off. Been doing a lot of deep dives in. At the moment, I have two proper character development kind of studies, and I probably am going to be doing a lot more. I have a lot of game design and game philosophy ideas to kind of look through, and I'm coming up with and currently filming the complete Call of Duty timeline video that I'm putting together, which should be fun because it does in fact feature Krampus, it features Jason Voorhees, it features Bruce Willis. Everything's nuts. Turns out aliens in there. Who knew? So that's all going down. And obviously I'm working with you guys. I'm making some merch, and so you can find my stuff there. So obviously I'll probably have a link in the description somewhere.
Right. Okay. Let's move on forward. We're gonna do things a little bit differently, and I'm gonna go straight on to Camazoid, as Camazoid's gonna lead this discussion right now. Let's go.
All right, for this episode, we're going to move past the picking gaming genres. We're going to be talking about what are our thoughts on upcoming games and which games are we most excited for. So, I've got a list of the best upcoming games that I've heard of and know. And if I missed anyone, please write it down in the comments. We'll be happy to read any good games that we've missed. So I'll start off with our first game coming out in August, which is everybody's talking about it, and honestly, I have no idea about this game. I'm actually a fan of GTA. Saints Row, it's gonna make its grand return on August 23. So what you guys think of Saints Row? Because I actually not a fan, mainly because I haven't tried it.
Oh, mate, I'm gonna be honest with you. From what I've seen, my early thoughts were this looks too much like Fortnite. But over the past few weeks and stuff, I've definitely come to a point where I've been like, this actually feels like the old Saints Row games. And my only thing on the game right now, my only question, because I've seen some of the side activities you can do, and they bring that lovely past vibes that I really like from the old games. I really want the story to be good. I want this, because in number 2, there was this thing where you'd build up and you'd you'd take over areas, and eventually you'd take on the big chief, big boss himself. And that was kind of the number 2 vibe that I really enjoyed from Saints Row, and I think a lot of people did. When number 3 came out, I think that's what the vibe they tried to give, but unfortunately, I didn't get that, because it just felt like every mission was like kind of like a really easy boss battle, and I just didn't, it didn't grasp me enough to kind of like go like, this is something that I really wanted it to be really good, but the main bad guys, which are the bad guys that you're battling majority of the game, they really didn't have that much fleshed out story. I really wanted them to last a few rounds. I didn't want to be able to kill them so quickly. It just felt, the short story number 3 felt really short compared to number 2. But yeah, that's my opinions.
I mean, I'd agree with you completely. I've been replaying them recently. I was just trying to kind of get an idea, and whether or not I do, a fun little retrospective on all of the Saints Row kind of content that exists. And personally, I looked at the trailer for the new one, and I was like, could this be like a whole thing that could be really good, or is it going to just drag a little bit and we are not going to enjoy it as much? But it really looks like it could like knock it out the park in ways that, like you said, Saints Row 2 just had. But as well, I'm going to say I really want some really little niche things and nitpicky things. I'm desperate for access to trains again, which is really stupid, but Saints Row 1 had you being able to travel by the like metro system, and that was actually really, really cool, and it helped do like a fast travel system, and I'd really like something like that back. And I think that there's a lot of potential for this game, but it's got a lot riding on it as well. I just can't believe that you haven't even tried Saints Row before. I definitely recommend it, and I've got every single one of the games now, including Agents of Mayhem.
There are things in the trailer that I really like, and then one thing kind of like always like gives me a bit of a scare halfway down the line. Like, for instance, it's like they emphasize so many things, and they emphasize something, and they'll be like, oh, please don't make that the focus of the game. Please, please, please. Like, for example, in the trailer, there was like, oh, you can do these cars. I'm like, yes. You can mod your stuff. Yes. You can have awesome cars and design them. Yes. And then they were like, and you can run around naked. I'm like, please don't make that the focus of the game, please. Because that's not what I'm here for.
Wait, is that not what you're here for?
I thought the game's about having a blast however you like.
Exactly.
Yeah, yes, with rocket launchers.
I think it looks very promising. I didn't get into the series until number 3, but I think it looks pretty good. I mean, if it keeps to the like cartoony style of the older games.
Didn't play number 2?
No, I haven't played that yet.
You played introducing to number 3. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I played number 3 and number 4.
What were your thoughts about those games?
They were pretty good. Like, I like the cartoony style they went with instead of the grungy real life style of the Grand Theft Auto games.
Just a show of hands, who's played number 4?
I have.
I have.
I've played it at least twice.
did everyone spot the like? Did anyone hate the big mistake? Because you know what mistake I'm on about if you were playing that game. Big thing at the beginning where the alien went, "Oh, that's the Earth."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This game can't be after that, right? Because that's
No,
the continuity.
the continuity's gone. Well, unless because didn't they hint like at the very, very end? There's a little bit of a spoiler here because it was never kind of confirmed or anything. Was time travel going to be a thing? Because they implied that the introductory monologue and the final monologue and everything was done by Jane Austen. But they never did anything with that. And I was like, hang on. This is the most interesting thing. You have one of the most tame authors in the entire world linked to a series where I literally fire fecal matter at people to kill them and then run around naked in front of them. That's and use a marital aid to beat someone to death. I should meet Jane Austen. That's not a big ask, is it?
It's not a big ask at all.
I'm glad people agree with me. We need more literary writers in games. I want to see Frederick Engels in the next BioShock. I don't know. I'm just saying words now.
Or for me, just personally, that big everything that made sense, yeah. That was the button. When he clicked it, everything broke. Anything that made sense in Saints Row just went bye. So like time travel, virtual reality world, whatever.
Get Out of Hell entirely it was not a surprise anymore. Like after that, you're like, whatever. Now I've stopped caring.
Where are they gonna go next?
Either they're starting with they're including that continuity area and they're going to explain it, or they're just going to go like, you know what, let's just do the best thing ever. They could do anything they want, or they could just scratch off thing and say, you know what's going to happen is we're going to put a slate in here, and everything we talk about or everything we're going to introduce next is going to be between Saints Row 2 and 3, or we're just going to start completely from scratch. And I really hope they start completely from scratch and they say, no, look, this is what happened. This is what happened over there. This is what happens over here. You know, that could be the story, and I'll be more happy with that.
Yeah, bring back Romero from Saints Row 2, mainly because of his powerful mullet.
What gives me hope is the big thing that gives me hope in the game is there's no characters that have been advertised on those posts that I actually can remember. So it's like there's no Gat in it, there's no Pierce in it. So like there is fresh space here. So that's always a good thing.
Everyone died.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, actually, yeah, it never addressed the whole. They're just kind of in space. I mean, I don't know about anybody else.
They're all in space. They can't get back to Earth.
You know, Gat's going to be in the game somewhere, right? Don't you? You know, everyone knows Gat's going to be in this game, don't you?
Well, maybe as an Easter egg, but like for the idea of a finite amount of air in that ship, like the rest of them that we were like, yay, they made it, they're gone. That can't continue. maybe they'll do the Gat thing like the costumes in 3. I hope that's it.
There was some stupid stuff in number 2, and there was some stupid stuff in number 3. But the reason why number 2, for me personally, has it a lot better than number 3 is because there are just a bit more memorable moments. They designed it just a little bit better than they did. Like, you can remember, like, compared to number 2 and 3, the big giant bunny. Please say you remember the big giant bunny.
Are you not talking about the cat, Professor Genki?
No. The big giant bunny that if you do a thing in the middle of the water, it comes out of the water.
No, I don't. What? No, I don't know this. Hang on, give me a minute.
No. Oh my god, I can't believe you guys don't know about the thing. Alward, it's in number 3 as well, but it's on a boat. Yeah. Okay, on the bunny call, and if you haven't done the bunny thing, go play Saints Row 2 and check out the bunny thing. Right, let's move on. What we got next?
All right, but just a quick game I want to talk about. Also in August, Spider-Man I think remastered. It's gonna be releasing on PC. So if you haven't played actually, if you don't have a PS4 and can't play Spider-Man, you've got a chance. Right now, it's gonna be releasing on PC. So play that game because it is phenomenal. Moving on.
I can't wait to see the mods.
Spider-Man becomes Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Here's something I was researching about Spider-Man the other day because it popped up on my interest, and this is going to just sound bonkers to everyone right now. Okay, does everybody know? Has anyone watched Disney? Like just Disney Channel whatsoever?
Yeah, but I mean,
I watched Zack and Cody.
Yeah, you watched all that stuff. Yeah, guess what? Continuity-wise, yeah, Spider-Man
Yeah.
and Zack and Cody are in the same universe. Just putting it out there, right? Yeah.
How?
wait, you mean the new Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, and
No. There is a version of Spider-Man and Marvel superheroes continuity in those games.
oh my word, this has opened up so much. I was gonna do a video on this, and you've now given me an extra level. Come on, man, the writing never ends.
Mr. Mosby is in one of the other series of the Thing, and when the other series of the Thing is also appears in a Spider-Man episode, which is beyond crazy because that just breaks Disney apart for me. Something, just putting it out there. Right, moving on.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Mosby and J. Jonah Jameson. It would be the ultimate villain team up.
That's something to think about, I guess. But moving on. All right, boys. I got for you something spicy because I, on the other hand, do not agree with this and stand against it. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you have played The Last of Us. Come on.
I played an hour.
I love The Last of Us. Such a good game.
And did you guys play The Last of Us 2?
The gameplay's good. It's just, the story.
Yeah, the story, man. I don't want to talk. But anyway, what do you guys think of the announcement of The Last of Us remake? A game that hasn't even passed its 10th anniversary and they're already making a remake about it. I stand against this decision they made.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and sound as diplomatic as possible here. I understand in some regards about where they're going because they want to make kind of more of a consistent art style between 1 and 2. I can kind of understand that. Yeah, the money thing is insane, and you're talking to somebody who openly on their channel hates capitalism. Don't worry, I am aware of the money problem. Yes, obviously. I mean, we have the worst problem with capitalism. What are you talking about?
Okay, what's so shocking is the fact that they are remaking a game that's already been remastered in the PS4 and it still looks gorgeous to this day, and and its price is $70. Like, what are you thinking?
Okay, here are my thoughts. You ready?
I don't care.
There are these lovely people called Naughty Dogs, yeah? Lovely people called Naughty Dogs. They made this wonderful game, yeah? And they were like, yeah, it's great, it's a good game, lovely game, beautiful game, lovely, beautiful game. It's a really beautiful game, we love a beautiful game. Okay, I love my beautiful game. I wish we could make more of this beautiful game and have more time to develop into this beautiful game. And then Sony came along and said, make another game. And they were like, okay, sure, we'll make a lovely another game. It'll take 7 years. And they were like, no, do it in 4. And they were like, we can't do it in 4. It won't be as good. And they were like, do it in 4. I says, okay, because you pay us. Right, so they did it in 4 and it wasn't as good. And then Sony had gone, well, you didn't get enough money doing that. Do another project. Remaster the first one. And they were like, people will complain. They'll complain at us because it's not even 10 years old yet. And they were like, do it anyway. And they were like, yeah, okay, fine, we'll do it. Right, hands up. Okay. So I don't think it's much of a developer problem. I don't think the developers would have done it this soon. Yeah, in my opinions, I think it's the guys in suits that are above them. But again, this is just a guess. I don't know if that's true or not, but, it's...
What? Publishers and CEOs not doing the ethical choice? Are you kidding? What a shock.
What? What company are we watching? EA?
No, we're talking about Sony this time round. Yeah, Sony has people in suits that love money.
I mean, that's every company under capitalism.
All right. Okay. I still think lots of people are going to buy it, but I think of it as honestly, I love The Last of Us, but I think of this as a waste. I think of this as a slap to the series itself because I see so many people comparing this The Last of Us remake to like the Resident Evil 4 remake, which is by far totally different. We're talking about a game that's getting a remake, and the original one was released back in 2000 and I don't know 6 or 5. I really don't know about that. And this is a game released in 2013, re-released again on 2014, and fuck it, let's do a remake 2022. Why not? I mean, come on, man. Like, no, you're supposed to wait until the game like dies down, everybody like forgets about it, only the big fans and stuff, and then announce a remake so everybody will just be excited about it again. But no, that's why I see not so many people are excited for the game, and I think some are still gonna buy it, but it's not gonna earn them a lot of cash. That's my thoughts on The Last of Us remake. As for me, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna pass on. Yeah. Moving on to another game on September. This is for any fans of Nintendo Switch. There's Splatoon 3 coming out. A great game. I heard a lot about it. So, do you guys know anything about Splatoon 3, or should I move on to the next one?
I know about Splatoon. I played the first and the second. I'm definitely interested in what they're going to do with the third game.
They're going to bring in new colors. That's all it is. Welcome on this new Splatoon 4, introducing purple.
Okay, then I guess I shall move on to the next game. This is a game that caught me off guard while I was watching the Game Awards show. I hope any of you guys heard about it. Evil West.
Oh, yes, I have heard about this, yeah.
I have not heard about this. What is this?
I guess Good East was not a good game title.
I'm gonna give like the short best description. Think of it as like a Doom game while you're playing a Doom game, but you're not fighting demons. You're actually fighting vampires, hunting vampires, and you're playing with like a badass Western cowboy guy. Yeah, that's the best way for me to describe it. I watched the trailer, caught me off guard, and I really liked it, and really interested to try it. I do recommend you guys to check out the trailer. It really looks promising and lots of fun.
I always saw it as kind of Red Dead Redemption and the Skyrim Dawn Guard DLC's unholy love child, which is just what I'm kind of interested in. As like, why not just take two really bizarre principles and just crush them together until it works?
Cowboys and vampires, duh.
Cowboys versus vampires.
Isn't that where everything goes? I mean, we got the movie with Harrison Ford of Cowboys versus Aliens. What else can we go for now? Actually,
we got Independence Day, military versus aliens.
I don't know about that.
I hope Harrison Ford is in this actually now. Is Harrison Ford in it? I really want him to be. Oh.
What is he gonna do? Ask where his family is? I want my family.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that took me a minute. Cowboys versus Aliens, a terrible film.
I actually enjoyed it. because the concept was a crazy idea. They want to try it, and anything crazy, in my opinion, is really good. That's for me.
Oh, you see, I tried it. It was weird, and I loved that it was weird. But I went, I'm not sure if this is a good quality movie. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes the movie good. Think about it. Just read the title: Cowboys versus Aliens. Like, what the hell is this? I'ma watch it. Yeah, the idea catches you off guard.
It's a good post-pub movie.
It's like when you watched Monsters vs. Aliens. Like, hell yeah, I'm going to watch that crap.
Don't get those confused, though, because I know for a fact Harrison Ford is not in Monsters vs. Aliens, and I was disappointed.
My disappointment was immeasurable, and this movie was ruined.
That was actually my review for it on IMDb.
He just put the guy there. Like,
there was no Harrison Ford. Bad movie. Try again.
Okay, so just a quick information. This game comes out at September 20th, 2022. Yep. Now moving on to October, a game that I am not excited for because it's literally the same game as the first one released back in 2016, I think, which is Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2. What do you guys think?
I'm actually pretty interested in seeing what they're going to do.
I have mixed opinions.
I've never played Overwatch 1.
I bought Overwatch 1, okay? Because I was working at Hollister at the time, and my paycheck came in at the time that Overwatch went on sale, around about the time that it had come out. And so I bought it, and I was like, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be loads of fun. I've got a couple of videos on it, and it just really like dropped the ball on itself almost immediately. It just didn't keep up with adding something interesting, and the most interesting thing part of it for me was the PvE stuff, but that was few and far between, and they only made 3 rounds or something, and would go periodically, hey, try it out, have fun, and it just wasn't very good.
Well, at least it's free to play, so you don't have to spend any money.
Honestly,
well, yeah, this time.
yeah, that's actually good news. I played the first one a lot. I remember I had lots of fun with it, but when they announced the second one, I was really excited. But then, but then more news came out, and I was looking at it and thinking this is literally Overwatch 1, but instead they just stepped 2 against it and called it a new game, and I was like, come on, man, you add 2 new characters and take off from 6v6 I think to now 5v5. Come on, man, that actually makes it worse in my opinion. And I don't know, it is really good. Thank you Lord, for bringing that out. It is really good that it's free to play. But as we all know, since it is free to play, there's gonna be lots of microtransactions. Buy this skin, buy this stuff, buy this and this and this. And while I hope at least they give you a chance to earn use skins and elements and stuff. But I do fear that they're gonna give you that option, but it's gonna be very difficult to earn anything new, which is gonna be easier for you to spend money, and that's gonna piss off a lot of people and totally forget about the game. I really hope Overwatch 2 at least blooms a bit. I guess that's the best thing I can say for it, because I know it's not gonna do well because of the reputation the company left with everything going on.
I mean, I think it's really funny though that the things you brought up about the worries of it being free to play are exactly things that were part of the first one, and you had to pay full price for that. It's the same problem.
Yeah, but Sure, but I think I remember in the first one, it was easier, I think, to earn stuff without paying, if I remember correctly.
Not really, at least from my experience. It was mainly you had to, when they brought out a new game of the series, like when it was a new season, they would have certain ones that you could do, and that would earn you a loot box like for the first time you won. And then they would give you one, I think, every time you leveled up or something. But that got, like, at the beginning, fast as anything, best thing ever. But then once you've played it, like, a little bit, that slows right down. And if you're not playing as a Genji or Reaper for, like, 90% of the time that was going on, and in my case, you were a healer, you weren't getting any of the loot boxes. I mean, they only added points for healers for doing the healing job rather than getting kills. What, like a year ago? So healers were just screwed for 90% of the time that the game was out, and then they went, "We've made a new one," and it's like, okay, great. What about all the problems you had? Have you fixed them? Are you gonna keep them fixed? Like, of course they're not.
No. What do you think we are, Nintendo?
I mean, flipping heck, Diablo Immortal's enough of a point against that, isn't it?
Just as it's now getting about over 35 minutes now into the podcast, I'm going to start bringing this to a dramatical end, and I want to just go over some personal favorite games on to what everyone's playing currently on their channels right now, and just have a quick description of why you're playing it. So I'm going to actually go off with Jay, and start off with Jay because it's your first time in the podcast, and I wanted to give you a proper introduction. What games are you playing on your channel, and currently why are you playing them?
So I haven't been doing like proper playing through games as of quite a bit now, but I will be probably jumping back into it very soon. I'm probably going to be... I'm playing through a lot of the Borderlands series at the moment. I'm going to be doing a bit of a deep dive into them, a bit of a retrospective through all of its content to kind of highlight the good steps it's had, the bad steps it's had, things that would be good for future releases, stuff like that. But I also have a lot of ideas that I'm going to be doing for kind of just more ridiculous playthroughs and stuff like that. I do want to do because I did a hardcore Fallout 3 with my wife a number of months ago. I'm going to be doing a hardcore Spyro the Reignited trilogy at some point, which is obviously try and do it in one life. So when I'm going to probably stream that at some point, so obviously if I die, I've got to delete the save, start again from the very beginning of the game, and try and see if I can get through every one of the 3 Spyro games in essentially one life. That's going to be
pretty much permadeath.
Yeah, it's permadeath, and I'm going to hate myself by the end of it. But
from the games you've told me, like Fallout 3, Borderlands series, and Spyro, those are some massive games, and I just want to ask quickly, when you complete your games, do you go for the 100% completion?
Yeah.
Are you a completionist?
I don't 9 times out of 10. I will say I did for the Spyro Reignited trilogy, because the very first game I ever finished was Spyro Year of the Dragon. And so when I was able to get the Reignited trilogy, I was able to finish Spyro 1, I went, okay, I'll go on to the next one, and I'll go on to the next one. And I ended up collecting everything to fully complete them. There's literally just the achievements left in that game for me to try and complete, which I'll probably do at a different occasion than doing this like permadeath run. But I don't normally 100% things. I might do it for stuff like when I'm doing retrospectives, when I stream them and stuff, because then I can get the most amount of notes, the most amount of footage, and be able to talk about things as in-depth as possible.
All right. Okay, cool. Now do Cuphead with no deaths. You'll have
That's
one hell of
actually
a
interesting.
time. And then do a delicious last course.
You don't want to see me in another episode, isn't that it?
50 years later, finally, I finished it. And then we're all old men.
Did you actually play the Cuphead, the Delicious Last Course DLC?
Oh yeah, it's so fun. Like, yeah, it is. You haven't?
I've never played Cuphead. I'm going to have to, clearly. That's a next job, isn't it?
It's amazing, man.
Yeah, moving on to Howard. Sorry, I was going to say, what game are you interested in? What are you playing this month? Just on your, on your section.
I've just been doing the simple stuff like WWE 2K22, some Call of Duty stuff, some Fall Guy. Oh yeah, I've been playing a lot of Fall Guys, but I'm definitely excited for Modern Warfare 2, which I've already pre-ordered. Yeah, which I'm gonna be streaming the story mode when it finally
And
comes
are
out.
you a 100% completionist type person?
It depends on the game. Like if I really enjoy the game, then I would love to do that. Like I've done it with Crash Bandicoot, the Insane trilogy, and then I'm trying to do that with Cuphead.
I've always wanted to play Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot's so good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it really good?
Yeah.
I haven't played it since I was like 9.
Yeah, play
that's ages ago.
play the Insane trilogy, and you'll understand
Insane trilogy.
why everyone
Alright.
loves this. Everyone loves the orange marsupial.
Okay, I will definitely do that.
Yeah.
That is
And plus, I'm
amazing.
pretty sure it's like
Okay.
20-ish bucks, I think.
Okay, not too bad.
On PS4, let me look at
That's
that.
available on everything, literally. PS4, PC, Nintendo. It's available everywhere.
He's everywhere these days. You can see him
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah. He's the mascot of gaming. He's the mascot of gaming. He is. All right. Last but not least, moving on to Camazord. Before I tell you about what games I'm looking forward to, Camazord, what games are you playing on your channel without saying the word Elden Ring?
I guess you took. I guess nothing. Because I'm okay. I gotta say it, man. Okay, just a quick thing. Only thing you're gonna see in my channel, well, for the time being, is Elden Ring videos, and yeah, I'm also thinking about Cuphead because there's a certain mod about Cuphead that makes it way more harder. I want to try it out and probably do some stuff with it. And as for your question, one of the most and biggest game that I'm excited for is God of War Ragnarok. Comes out in
Coming out
November.
very soon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I am hyped.
Oh.
I'm so excited and hyped to see more about the game and can't wait to play it because I think it is the only game that it might surpass Elden Ring, in my opinion. The only game.
Talking about games that might surpass Elden Ring, these are my general games that I'm actually looking forward to for the rest of the year, and then I'm going to bring this to a close. Coming out very soon, I'm going to skip God of War and Saints Row because we've said them already, but there are some like 3 games that that have hit my marketplace and I've gone, oh, that might be really good. Skull and Bones from Ubisoft. It's on a poster in my background. I've been looking forward. I've been watching the development of this game. It looks really good. It's very pirate themed, and it could verse. What's that other pirate game that's out there at the moment?
Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. This could really knock Sea of Thieves out the water. No pun intended.
I think Skull and Bones looks more realistic than Sea of Thieves. Yeah.
It does. It's got that Assassin's Creed vibe from it, but not with this. Obviously, not Assassin's Creed. So I'm waiting to see what that actually looks like. 2 other games that I'm excited for: 2 Point Campus from 2 Point Hospital. I don't think it will knock Elden Ring out the water. I don't think it's got the power to do so, but I think it's got a good. It's got a good place to get in like the top 10 tier of my list for the end of the year of the games I've played the most. I think it's got that potential, but like we'll see when it comes out. And last but not least, I'm not quite sure if anyone's actually opened up Steam in the past 30 days. The game with a cat on the front of it, Stray, is Stray seems to be like the game most advertised in front of me lately, like when I've gone to any game site. That so those games, plus obviously God of War, Ragnarok, and Saints Row, they look like the best 3 hitters. In fact, I think the best 3 hitters for the end of this year, when we get down to it, it's going to be between Elden Ring, God of War, and Saints Row. I think that's my take on everything.
Before we stop, I really want to pitch one that to me is going to surpass all of them, like by a country mile. This is going to be the game that everybody's playing for the rest of time. It's Lego Brawls. Honestly, the idea of making a Lego game that is basically Smash Brothers but with like infinite customization options is genius. It's shockingly genius, and I really want to get this.
Are we confirming that Lego Brawls could knock Elden Ring out of top place game of the year?
I genuinely...
Is this what we're going
I want to
with?
say, the guy who's been saying, let me solo her, if he does not solo every single main boss in Lego Brawls with the same dumb outfit, I'm going to be disappointed. I want him to put his money where his mouth is. I want to see him... If it's got a Star Wars DLC, I want him to beat Yoda with his bare hands.
Oh, my friend. Oh,
That's taking it to a whole other
I'm
level.
looking at this game right now. I'm looking forward to this. I didn't know this existed.
I didn't realise until I
But
looked
now
through
that
the Microsoft
you know, it's
store
like you
and then
don't
went,
know you need it in your life until you see
magical experience.
it. And obviously the demo's out. So
Yeah, oh yeah, I think I
all
might give
welcome
that a
to
go, yeah.
download the demo. Yeah, everyone give it a go.
Okay.
Anywho, there you go. That's our game list. Those are the games that we're also interested in. Hopefully you've enjoyed the podcast. Before I leave, I just want to let you know about, just obviously, again, I'll just introduce some of these people. They're all down in the description down below if you want to go check out any of their channels. We have got Jay.
Hi.
How do you pronounce your channel?
Armadeus, as in Armor 3, and then Deus as in Deus Ex. That was what
Cool.
our logo was originally.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. And then, of course, we have, next to Amadeus, we have Alwood Productions.
Yeah, boy. You know, you can find some of that Call of Duty action or WWE or Fall Guys stuff on my channel.
You know when he says, yeah, boy, you can all imagine him dancing, going, yeah, boy.
I was
You
expecting
should
those.
do Cuphead, man.
I was expecting the MLG horns, like the wah wah wah.
No, I add those in. If you don't add those in, I'm going to your house. Here.
And of course, the only person who should probably consider changing their name from Real Kamazoid to Elden Ring, we have
Thank you. That sounded a bit. All right,
joking.
I'll take it. It's
That's
fine,
a joke.
It's fine.
That's a joke. Keep yourself as Kamazoid.
Well, I can't blame you since most of my content is literally focused on Elden Ring, which
It's
is
a very good game.
yeah, man. I just love it.
He's gonna change his name to. He's gonna change his name to Ragnarok later
the
on. as well.
Elden Zoid. First, I'm gonna be the Elden Zoid. Then I'm gonna be the Ragnazoid in the future. And who knows what's next?
Does nobody else think
The-
these
Yeah.
sound a bit like something that the Power Rangers would get in? The
Power
Elden
Rangers?
Zoid, the Ragnazoid. Just
The Ragnazoid.
Ragnazoid. That sounds like a Viking season.
oh, I would
Like, they
watch the
done
hell out of
ninjas.
that.
They done ninjas. They done space. They done cars. Now Vikings.
Anyway, there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed. I've been Seb. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the podcast. And we will see you guys on the next podcast. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.